Me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, welcome this Tuesday, October 14th to our regular meeting. First thing we need to do is approve our agenda, but we do have an addition that we'd like to put on the consent agenda. So it's not in our share file. Paul, do you have that? Mm-hmm. This is Harold's quarterly report that just needs to be added to consent. That's usually where we put it. And so if I can get a motion to add that item to our consent agenda.
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second it.
All right, thank you. Any input on our agenda lineup for today? If not, can I get a motion to approve our agenda as amended?
So moved.
Got a motion? Is there a second?
Second, Otten.
I got a motion and a second. Alicia, will you call the roll?
Commissioner Aaron's,
Yes.
Otten,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Putnam,
Yes.
Landine.
Yes. Motion carries. Next, we'll move on to our consent agenda. Any public input on our consent agenda? If not, can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Looks good.
I got a motion and a second. Alicia, will you call the roll?
Commissioner Aaron's,
Yes.
Otten,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Putnam,
Yes.
Landine.
Yes, motion carries. Next, we have a first reading and staff briefing on an ordinance of Lincoln County, South Dakota, amending the Code of Ordinances of the county by amending Chapter 155 Joint Zoning Regulations for Lincoln County and the City of Sioux Falls, Section 155.010, Boundaries of Joint and Platting Jurisdiction. Toby, were you going to just give us a short briefing?
Yep. Thanks, Madam Chair. Toby Brown, representing County Planning. As was just mentioned, this is an ordinance that would revise the boundaries of the joint planning and zoning regulations for the county, between the county and the City of Sioux Falls. State law allows a city and a county to exercise joint planning and zoning up to 6 miles outside of its jurisdiction or the municipal corporate limits, with a caveat that it has to be equidistant from the nearest municipalities, which in this case, that would be T and Harrisburg. The state law also allows those municipalities to work together to override that requirement so that they could come together with joint. So the cities of Harrisburg and T and Sioux Falls have just within the last couple of months adopted a joint resolution that allows them to encroach essentially upon that equidistant boundary. And so what that allows is that there won't be any gaps between the municipalities as far as planning and zoning. So the City of Sioux Falls, with this ordinance, this is a joint ordinance that we heard on October 28th up at Carnegie Town Hall at 7 o'clock p.m. as a joint second reading public hearing. With this ordinance that will revise those boundaries to move the joint boundary up to 106, and then also along the east corridor, or along east of 106, it'll follow the city's adopted water service territory area. So there's a little bit of a jaunt that it does up there. So with this, though, it'll be the final step in making sure that all three entities have an agreement that allow them to jointly plan together and also be in compliance with state statute. The Planning Commission did conduct a public hearing in this jointly with City of Sioux Falls. Both bodies recommended approval of this unanimously. So again, second reading for this is set for October 28th at Carnegie Town Hall at 7 o'clock p.m. And with that, I'll turn back to you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. All right, we'll take public comment on that at our second reading, and there will be further commission discussion at that time. So we'll move on to item 2 on our agenda. And board discussion and action regarding mileage reimbursement. That's just updating the our mileage and reimbursement requests. Yeah, was anybody going to speak to that?
I certainly can. I think there is an attachment as well.
There is.
Okay. Yes, so it is effective October 1st, 2025. We have historically followed the state rates. We updated last year in October as well, so this would just be doing the same.
All right. Anybody have any questions for staff? Any public input on this agenda item? All right, if not, can I get a motion to approve?
Second, Otten.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, Alicia, will you call the roll?
Commissioner Aaron's,
Yes.
Otten,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Putnam,
Yes.
Landine.
Yes, motion carries.
Thank
Thank you. Next, we have a proclamation for supporting Operation Greenlight for veterans. David, were you going to present that?
Sure. David Eckley, Lincoln County Veteran Service Officer. So the proclamation is there. I can read it if you would like. I'd just like to add that, so November 4th through the 11th, Lincoln County is going to participate in the Operation Greenlight, and that's spearheaded by the National Association of Counties and the National Association of County Veteran Service Officers. And it just kind of wants to bring awareness to the unique challenges faced by many veterans around the county, state, and federal levels, and then let them know there's support here for them. So locally, the Lincoln County Veteran Service Officer, myself, and then each county has a Veteran Service Officer, and the state has Veteran Service Officers. And so we're gonna illuminate, it's the west entrance of the building here, will be lit up with green, and we encourage all residents, business, and community organizations to participate as well. You can change a green light bulb at your place and light it up from the 4th through the 11th, or find some way to participate. And then if you do, they would like you to share that on social media if you want, and it's hashtag Operation Greenlight. So that's what I have to present on that. Any
All right.
questions?
Thank you, David. Anybody have any questions for David? All right, any public input? All right.
Madam Chair, before we vote,
Go ahead.
I just
Well,
want-
we need a motion before we're going to
I'll
vote.
make that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second, and then you wanted to say something?
Dave, just for the record, NACO, National Association of Counties, sponsored this thing. But we had a former commissioner from Fall River County named Mike Ortner that did a couple of things. One, he was responsible for having license plates that you can recognize as a veteran. You get a veteran license plate. And also, he came forward with an idea that we should have some kind of lighting situation. And I was on the NACO board, and that passed through the thing, and lo and behold, we came up with this green light. I think there was a Commissioner Christensen from Pennsylvania that kind of articulated this. And I'm also a little known fact, I think Lincoln County was probably the first county seat way back when to have the green light officially recognize our veterans. So a little known fact, but be proud of what we are and continue on with that tradition.
Thank you, Commissioner. Got a motion and a second. Alicia, will you call the roll?
Commissioner Aaron's,
Yes.
Otten,
Yes.
Schmidt,
Yes.
Putnam,
Yes.
Landine.
Yes, motion carries.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I had a ping from Paul Anderson to maybe at this time update everyone on the bill that my husband was working on when it was brought up before about Commissioner Aaron's and I and others were concerned about, there was a letter that came through asking for tax exemption for a disabled vet. And that is now in the hands of the administration. It's SB 116, and it won't be published until November when they publish all of those. So it's military-related regarding complete disabilities for property taxes, only going back 5 years. I think the letter from the gentleman wanted to go back 12, but we thought that was a real hardship on counties. But it will include the spouse if the veteran dies and they're unmarried. So I just wanted to bring that up and thank everybody for that.
All right, thank you for that. Next on our agenda is our opportunity for public comment for items not on our agenda.
Madam Chair.
Good morning.
Linda Montgomery from Fairview, South Dakota. I just really do have a couple of clarifying questions from last week and apparently from this week. The public, and I know I was not able to speak at the first reading, but if I would like that clarified either if you could or during Commissioner report, that the first reading that we had of item number 1, the second reading will be at the 28th, which will be in Sioux Falls, that you will pull out and have a second meeting for Lincoln County Commission. That's the way I understand it. I just want it clarified so I can put it out like that to that people that want to know. And my other thing is, last week we had the discussion on public reading, second public reading on the airport board. That got a little confusing, and as well as I still thought that we were going to have a evening session on the 21st, and then it was confusing to me, maybe I just wasn't listening well enough, but the second public reading, and that has been tabled. My question to that is, what I heard is that will be started from scratch. And so I'm anticipating what that means is we'll have another first reading at some point of that board hearing. And those are my two things that I'd like clarified. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll get her. Yeah. Good questions.
I too would like to, for the record, to clarify. The last 2 weeks, there was a lot of changes with meetings, nights and days and this and that. Could you just clarify for the public what the next 2 weeks are going to be like when we do have meetings, when we don't have meetings, the times and the locations? Thank you.
Thank you. On the, we're going to have our joint meeting in Sioux Falls the evening of the 28th, and that's, we're going to address one small thing on our agenda that evening. There will not be a meeting on the 21st that we originally thought was going to take place, so it'll just be in Sioux Falls.
But it will be the second reading of this public hearing, and that's the small thing that you guys are going to deal with? Will there be public comment?
Dia, do you want to come up and clarify?
Paul Anderson, Commission Admin Assistant. So the one small thing, we're taking care of claims is the one small thing. And then our meeting will be our joint meeting with the City of Sioux Falls to do the second reading and public hearing for the item that was read today.
Okay. And our meeting will be at 6:30?
The meeting with this joint City of Sioux Falls is at 7:30, and I don't have it on this one, but it's at 7 o'clock, Carnegie Town Hall. And Toby's item has the address as well. I believe it's 225 West 10th Street.
But you will open and close to a Lincoln County meeting
Yeah.
at 6:30? Is
No.
that the way the?
It starts at 7, and we convene as the Board of Commissioners in a joint meeting with the City of Sioux Falls. We will
Joint meeting first,
yeah,
Lincoln County solo meeting second.
yep, to attend to the claims.
Does that make sense, Linda?
It does.
Okay.
The other question, will it be a normal meeting so you'll have public comment time?
Yes, we will, and it'll just be on the claims. That's the
And
only
There will be opportunity, and that at the joint meeting will act just like a normal meeting. There will also be time for public comment for any items not on the agenda.
At the joint meeting?
At the joint meeting as well, you'll have an opportunity at the joint meeting for public comment for any items not on the agenda, as well as you'll obviously be able to comment on the agenda item, but there will also be a separate time, like our normal opportunity for public comment.
Thank you.
Madam Chair? I'll talk about the airport for a minute, if you don't mind.
Is there any other public comment? All right, and then we have commissioner reports. Commissioner Schmidt, go ahead.
Linda, you wanted to know about the airport. What we'll do is we negated everything and we'll be using the existing airport advisory board as it was designed. And that is 3 members from the airport user group, 2 commissioners, and 1 public servant. And that is what has been there for a long time. So, yeah, no, 1. So.
All right, this is for commissioner reports.
So this is all, what we're going back to is our original one, and that's what we will be coming forward with, so.
All right, any other commissioner reports this morning?
Madam Chair?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was privileged to go on the East River Appropriations Tour with my husband, and it was nice to be able to go as a Lincoln County Commissioner because I got a lot of inside information. We started actually on Wednesday last week, and we went through and we didn't get done until Saturday afternoon. And so we started out at the Mike Derby State Prison in Springfield. Then Thursday even, we went to the Sioux Falls Prison site. Friday, we checked out the new Lifescape building. What an absolute fabulous building that they're building out there. Touched base with the Civil Air Patrol, and I did not know at the time that even T had a part of, for the cadets to have an investment there. And then we went to, also checked out the BG Dean Mann Readiness Center, which was the South Dakota National Guard. Went through the state cemetery, and then we ended up at Aberdeen at Northern State University, where they gave us an update on their e-learning, and that is absolutely a fabulous program. And they're looking to expand that because people don't have to attend. They can do it all online, and it's a wonderful program. So I just wanted to thank them for taking me with them.
Oh, great. Thank you, Betty. Any other commissioner reports today? All right, just for myself, we had our Lincoln County SS4A action plan, and for those of you that don't know, it's a Safer Streets for All. We had our 5th meeting, and the 5th meeting primarily focused on presenting recent analyses, engagement results from the survey that is being done, and just started drafting some policies for improving the roadway safety here in Lincoln County. And so we'll have another meeting, and I think the next phase is we're going to be prioritizing some of the projects here in Lincoln County. I know, Chad, you were there at that, and yeah, it was a good meeting, very inclusive. And it looks like we're really learning something about the high injury network here in Lincoln County, and getting some priorities set in place for things that we can do to make our roads safer.
Madam Chair, one more thing.
Yeah.
The bids for the 85th Street interchange are being let today for start construction on that entire project. So the bids go out, and I'm sure construction will begin, and some of it's already began, but it's a project that will be, completed in '27, projected to do. So you can watch the dirt fly as you drive down the interstate now.
Thank you for that. Any other commissioner reports? All right. Drew, is there any need for, we've got our commissioner assistant has an office report. Good morning.
Good morning, Paul Anderson, Lincoln County Commission Admin Assistant. Just kind of giving some updates about commission activities, kind of things that are going on in the community that the commission's been involved in. Kind of going to do this more often, give little highlights and stuff. One thing I would really like to highlight this week was last week, Tuesday, went to the opening of the new Clay County Law Enforcement Center and Jail. This is a new construction completed by Clay County in conjunction with Vermillion. They just finished their new jail and will be opening soon. It is also a law enforcement center, so Clay County will be splitting space with the Clay County Sheriff's Office, and the Vermillion Police Department will be sharing a law enforcement center. And then they're also at the same location as their jail. So that was just completed. They average about 32 inmates a day. They will, with this new facility, they'll be able to take up to 50 inmates a day, hold up to 50 inmates a day comfortably. And then the way they designed it, kind of the way everything's going now, is they made it so that in the future, they can do easy expansion if they need to. They don't anticipate needing expansion in the future, but they have it, and they've built a new fleet center, service center. They have state-of-the-art evidence storage, and it was quite the impressive project. Anyone who went and toured the Juvenile Justice Center a couple of weeks ago will recognize a lot of the layouts of the jail, except for a much more adult facility. Less colors, more inmates per section. But it was very impressive, and it was a lot of hard work for the Clay County Commission, the Sheriff's Office, and the Vermillion Police to work together. And next week is the final Comprehensive Property Tax Task Force meeting, so expect an update in a couple weeks regarding that. That's when the board, or the committee, is presenting their final recommendations to the full legislature.
Do you know when that is, Paul?
The 22nd at 9 a.m. in Pier.
All right, thank you. All right. No executive session today? All right, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Otten, second.
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Same sign. All right,